Donald Trump has solved the immigration problem just by writing on Truth Social. 6:30 p.m., he's kicking it at Mar-a-Lago. He gets on Truth Social and he writes, as everyone is aware, thousands of people are pouring through Mexico and Canada, bringing crime and drugs at levels never seen before. Right now, a caravan coming from Mexico, composed of thousands of people, seems to be unstoppable in its quest to come through our currently open border. On January 20th, as one of my many first executive orders, I will sign all necessary documents to charge Mexico and Canada a 25% tariff on all products coming into the United States and its ridiculous open borders. This tariff will remain in effect until such time as drugs, in particular fentanyl, and all illegal aliens stop this invasion of our country. Both Mexico and Canada have the absolute right and power to easily solve this long-simmering problem. We hereby demand that they use this power, and until such time that they do, it is time for them to pay a very big price. A 25% tariff on all goods and services coming in from Canada and Mexico is, as one Canadian official said, devastating to Canada. Canada is the number one country where they ship everything is the United States of America. Why? It's a truck drive away. You cross a bridge, you go over a tunnel, boom, you're in the United States of America. They trade with us and other countries, but we're the number one. If there's a 25% tariff, that has already caused panic because A, they can't pay it. B, they know it'll be economically devastating. And C, they know Donald Trump is serious. And when Donald Trump says, I'm going to charge you 25%, they go, oh crap, eh? He's serious, eh? Donald Trump, he'll do it, eh? We're screwed, eh? And so they run around like chickens with their heads cut off and they start making phone calls and they start having meetings. And Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, this guy, he realizes that daddy's home. Because listen to what he said about this tweet, or this truth rather, from President Trump.
Bonjour tout le monde. I had a good call with Donald Trump last night again. We obviously talked about laying out the facts, talking about how the intense and effective connections between our two countries flow back and forth. We talked about some of the challenges that we can work on together. It was a good call. This is something that we can do, laying out the facts, moving forward in constructive ways. This is a relationship that we know takes a certain amount of working on, and that's what we'll do. One of the really important things is that we be all pulling together on this. The Team Canada approach is what works. That's where, putting aside partisanship, that's where I reached out immediately to Doug Ford to agree with him that we would have a First Ministers meeting this week to talk about the United States. Talked with François Legault and some other premiers as well. There's work to do, but we know how to do it.
By the way, you don't know how to do diddly squat, dude. All you know how to do is suppress the rights of your own citizens. This is a guy who refuses to secure the southern border of Canada, the northern border of the United States of America, which is, by the way, way longer than Mexico. If you look at a map, the Mexican border is like this long. The Canadian border goes from Washington to Maine. It's our longest border. And you don't think for a second that there aren't, just as, well, maybe not just as many, but there aren't terrorists and people who hate the United States of America and wish to do it harm coming here illegally through the various entry points that they can find between Washington State and Maine. I mean, there's so many ways into this country from Canada, and Canada is doing nothing about it. But during COVID, they had no problem taking their truckers and taking their licenses, shutting down their bank accounts, seizing their funds, destroying their businesses, locking them up. They had no problem doing that during what was a peaceful protest in Ottawa. Now, all of a sudden, Donald Trump says, I'm going to charge you 25% tariffs. And Justin Trudeau's like, oh, we know how to secure the border. Well, why ain't you been doing it, son? Daddy's home. And now you got to start cleaning up your mess. Same is true of Mexico. Mexico has already infiltrated the caravan. Mexico, within hours of Donald Trump saying 25% tariff, Mexican officials have gone into their own territory, started to secure their border, and they have intercepted the Mexican caravan, and they are going to turn them around, I believe. Hopefully that's the plan, and send them home. Because the southern border of Mexico is tiny compared to the northern border of Mexico, and the southern border of Mexico is much easier. It's much easier for them to secure than it is to secure the northern border with the United States of America. So stuff's getting done, and President Trump isn't even president yet again. All he's doing is sitting on Truth Social. He imposed a 10% tariff on China until they bring down the price of fentanyl. And all he's doing is telling everybody, here's what's going to happen when I'm president. So you can wait and you can change things then, or I'm giving you, it's like a warning shot. It's like, if you get your house in order now, maybe I won't sign that executive order on January 20th. If you take the end of, November, all of December, and most of January, and you work on this and you really show me that you're going to stop the illegal immigration, you're going to help this problem, then I'm not going to tax you at the wazoo with a 25% tariff. But you've got to show me that you're making true effort. It is outstanding how the right people with the right message and the belief that these people are serious. And again, this comes from 4 years of President Trump. Whatever President Trump said he was going to do, he did. And so now people know, if President Trump says I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it. And it's not just him, it's his entire cabinet. Tom Homan said something on Sean Hannity's show yesterday, which was amazing. So Tom Homan, the border czar, the real border czar, not like the fake border czar, like the way Kamala is. Tom Homan, this dude is the real deal. There's a what is he? He's mayor. The mayor of Denver, Colorado, stood up on television, actually was sitting, but he got up on television. The mayor of Denver, Colorado, said he would go to jail before he allowed President Trump and Tom Homan to deport illegal immigrants. These are illegal people who broke the law, people who are criminals, people who came here against the law, and they settled in Denver, Colorado, or they were placed there in Denver, Colorado. These are people that are ready to be deported, that President Trump said he will deport, and sanctuary cities like Denver, Colorado are no longer legal, and they won't be under President Donald Trump. So he stood up, or he got on this television show when they asked him about it, and he said, yeah. His name's Mike Johnston, not Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House. Mike Johnson, he's the mayor of Denver, Colorado, and he said, I will go to jail to protect illegal aliens in Denver.
Trump's new border czar, Tom Homan, has said that he is willing to arrest leaders like yourself for standing in the way of these policies that they want to enact. Would you be willing to go to jail for these things?
Yeah, I'm not afraid of that. And I'm also not seeking that. I think the goal is we want to be able to negotiate with reasonable people how to solve hard problems.
You would encourage people to protest?
I think we're going to look at every option. But yeah, I don't think that there are, I talked to some high school kids this week who were terrified about this. I don't think those kids are going to stand there and watch 3 of their classmates get pulled out of a history class with the other 27 stand by and do nothing. I don't think that's what Denverites or Americans would do in this context at all.
He thinks that now these high school kids are going to get in the way of ICE and deportation officers. He thinks they're going to stand up and say, hey, your friend's here illegally, we're going to send them back to their country. You think these kids in school, is he encouraging these kids to do that? Is he encouraging these kids to break the law and get in the way of justice being served? There's a word for that. Obstruction of justice, they call it. And here you have the mayor. It seems like to me, I don't know for sure, but it seems like to me that's what he was implying, that high school kids and Denverites should commit obstruction of justice should ICE come for some of these people in Denver, Colorado. But he said, look, I will be willing to go to jail. I'm not afraid of that. Well, Tom Homan was on with Sean Hannity, and Sean Hannity asked him about it. Here's what he said.
Tom, you heard this mayor out there in Colorado. I want to get your reaction to it, and I want you to be clear about who has jurisdiction, the federal government or state and local governments. And if you're a sanctuary state or city, are you breaking the law?
You're absolutely breaking law. All you have to do look at Arizona versus U.S. You'll see these breaking law. But look, me and the Denver mayor, we agree on one thing. He's willing to go to jail. I'm willing to put him in jail.
Oh, man. That's what we agree. He's willing to go to jail. I'm willing to put him in jail. I'm not going to lose any sleep about it either. Great. Okay, so here's the deal. Sanctuary cities, they're 100% illegal. You can't offer sanctuary to a criminal alien. If you do, you're breaking the law. If you break the law, we'll put you in jail. You cool with going to jail? Great. I'm cool with putting your butt there.
Because there's a statute, it's Title 8 United States Code 1324 III, and what it says is, it's a felony if you knowingly harbor and conceal an illegal alien from immigration authorities. It's also a felony to impede a federal law enforcement officer. So if we don't want to help, that's fine. He can get the hell out of the way. But we're going to go do the job. President Trump has a mandate for American people. We got to secure this country. We got to save American lives. And I find it shocking that any mayor of a city would say, and President Trump's been clear, we want to concentrate on public safety threats and national security threats. I find it hard to believe that any mayor or governor would say they don't want public safety threats removed from their neighborhoods. I mean, I don't know what the hell is going on in Denver, but we're going to go and we're going to fix it. If you don't want to fix it, if you don't want to protect his communities, President Trump and ICE will.
I don't know what the hell's going on with Denver either. I don't know. I don't understand these. He's like, why would you not want these public threats removed from your communities? Why would you not want the people that elect you to office to be safe? We're going after the gangs. We're going after the murderers. We're going after the drug dealers. We're going after the human traffickers. We're going after the bad people. We're going to get them out of your community, and we're going to take them across the border and put them back where they belong. And instead of saying thank you, you're saying no. You have to, over my dead body, you've got to put me in jail. Okay, fine. I'll put you in jail. If you want to commit a felony, I'll make you. But the other thing, the worst part is this guy is saying, I think that our high school students aren't going to do that either. He's saying, high school students, if you get in the way of these ICE people, I think that's probably okay. And Tom Homan saying that's not okay. That's a felony. You cannot impede a federal officer when they're in the act of removing an illegal immigrant and deporting them. It's against federal law, statute, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. He knows all the numbers. That's the great thing about Tom Homan, too. He knows all the number. He knows everything about everything, and he is going to make America great again. He's going to make America safe again. It's really amazing, again, just how having the right people in place, sending the right message, putting them out there on television so everyone can see. I mean, if you're an illegal immigrant and you're looking at Tom Homan compared to Kamala Harris, if you're looking at Tom Homan, you're going to be like, you know what? I don't think I'm going to go. Venezuela's not all that bad. Yeah, sure, there's gangs. Yeah, sure, we're poor. But, at least there's no Tom Homans here that are going to stick me on a plane and send me back. And it is only just begun. President Trump hasn't even taken office yet. And we've already seen all of these amazing changes in the economy, in drug enforcement, in immigration. And that's the thing about these tariffs, too. Back to the tariffs. The tariffs are a multi-tool. They're like what's the tool called? The little... not the Swiss Army knife, the other one, I have one here, one of these. I forget what you call these, woodsman tools or whatever. It's like this. These are tariffs, okay? Tariffs are multi-tools. They have pliers, which are cool, and they've got like a little blade here if you want to like whittle or something like that. And then over here, they've got a little screwdriver, and they've got, there's like a toothpick in here somewhere. I think I have a flashlight on this one, but maybe not a flash. Anyway, it's a multi-tool. Tariffs, when you impose tariffs, when you economically threaten somebody who is not doing their job to help you or is doing something that is hurting you, when you economically threaten somebody like that, they will take action. When you say, hey, look, we need help securing our border, and Mexico goes, not my problem, man, is your problema. Then you say, great, we're going to impose a 25% tariff on all goods and services or goods coming in from Mexico to the United States. And that includes tequila and avocados and cars and everything else that you guys are making there. They go, whoa, un momento, senor. And then they go, no problem. We'll clean up the immigration problem. We'll send that caravan back from whence it came. We'll close our southern border. We'll make sure that all of these things that you would like us to do are done because it's cheaper and easier for the Mexican government to cut down on illegal immigration into Mexico and through the United States than it would be for them to lose 25% in tariffs. And they know that. Same is true of Canada. Justin Trudeau has been sitting around taking advantage of the United States, importing all of these things, not spending money on immigration, not spending money on border security, not caring. Because look, if somebody comes from Iran or Iraq or Hamas or Hezbollah and they come from Jordan to Canada and then they come from Canada right into the United States of America, doesn't hurt Justin Trudeau whatsoever. That terrorist, that evildoer, that person who's angry about Zionists or whatever, that person is gone from his country. They're not threatening Canada. They're threatening the United States of America. So he doesn't need to spend money on immigration problems or border security. They're not coming for him. They're coming for us. And Donald Trump said, look, this is a problem. You need to clean up your house or else you're not going to be able to afford anything. You're not going to be able to afford hockey tickets, eh? You're not going to be able to afford poutine because we're going to put a tariff on you so fast, it's going to make your head spin. And the tariff, like I said, is the multi-tool to do it because it fixes immigration, drugs, economics, the offshore movement of jobs from the United States to other countries. It's a fix-all. It's like every tool in one, and Donald Trump is going to use it. He's going to use it like no president has ever used it before.